Guys, Blake here today, Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on a beautiful October day, and that day happens to be the 7th, Monday. It is 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I am joined by my buddy Dale here, and we are going to try to catch a fish. Today we're both throwing the 25th ounce Lilley's jig. This one I have on here is Sculpin and Ginger, and I believe his is all Sculpin. And we're just below Point Royale and Andy Williams' house. We're gonna work this eddy over here for a little bit, and then once we get down a little bit lower, we're gonna flip over and cast on the other side of the boat. Oh. It's our weather forecast for the next 10 days is looking awfully pretty. I'd like it if it was just a little bit cooler out here. The sun's a little warm. Dale put his kayak in at the top of the lake today and got to find out how cold it is when you roll your kayak over.
Yeah, quite refreshing.
Said it was very refreshing. On our way up here, we actually saw a guy bathing, not bathing, but swimming in the water, and he says he does it every single day. He comes down to the River Bluff Estates boat ramp and does the cold water bath treatment.
First time in my entire life I tipped over my kayak.
Oh, look at the size of that trout. Oh my gosh. My jig's not gonna get there. Cast that way.
I think. Right over his leg.
That was a big boy. That was like a 23, 24 inch rainbow. I was hoping my jig was going to get to his face in time, but he was moving too quick on me. Twitch it. Now over there you don't need to wait 5 or 6 seconds because it's shallower. Only maybe 3 seconds or maybe 4 before you start doing the retrieve. Once you get it down there, you can kind of just follow my cadence and pop whenever I pop, and that'll help get you dialed in. I want to scoot the boat out. There's fish in this line. I want to fish where that's at. No fish on the first cast. I should have made that bet with that guy. I could have made some money today. Oh. So I had a fishing trip this morning. My guys wanted to come up here in the trophy area and take a chance at catching some bigger fish. And the bite was actually better than I thought it was going to be. Better than it has been for me the last few weeks of mornings coming up here. Fish bit consistently the whole time. A little bit spread out, but consistently. And we never changed flies. We fished the 80th ounce chartreuse megaworm the entire time. And we did land a 22.5 inch trophy rainbow. So it was a good day. And it seemed like everyone else I talked to was doing decent too. So the fish were in a good mood today. Today's the first day I've seen, there's another decent one, not nearly as big, but today's the first day I've seen the water come on before noon. They kicked the water on at 10 o'clock today. We actually got to fish the first part of it during my trip. And we still didn't change flies. I just added a split shot above the megaworm and we just drifted those and they were eating it just fine. Is that the place with the dog? I think it's down here.
No, it's right there.
Is it? Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, now that you mention it, I haven't seen that dog in a while. No bites yet. I might wind up tying on the 16th ounce here. We are getting ready to come up on the windy spot. It might be the better jig to throw. 1 unit of water is kind of that in-between zone. It's still slow enough to throw a 125th. You just got to work it a little slower. It's a little slow for a 16th ounce, but you can just work that a little bit faster. But ultimately, the main thing is you want to get your jig near the bottom. So if there's a little bit of a wind blowing and you got the 1 unit running, the 16th ounce is probably the better option.
Yeah, put it down on the pad. That's a nice one up there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, what was it? It was Saturday afternoon. I had a fly fishing trip, one guy fishing, and I did a lot of staring at the water up there at the dam, and there are some big brown trout up there.
And there's some fly fishermen up there this morning.
Oh yeah, I guarantee it. This time of the year, if the water's off in the morning, I don't care what day of the week it is, you're gonna see a lot of fly fishermen up at the dam waiting.
I showed up.
That brown trout run brings them in.
Went up there to kick on like a half a unit or something.
Yeah, they started with 35 megawatts this morning at 10. I'd actually prefer if that's what was still running. That's what they're supposed to do all day tomorrow. Well, once they kick it on, they're supposed to just run 35.
I know whenever I want to know the info, I call Lilley.
I have really good luck. I have really good luck with this 1/25th ounce jig in the half unit, and I catch them in the 1 unit. I feel like I need to put a 16th on. Sometimes you just gotta trust your fishy gut instinct. Captain Blake Harris and Steve Dickey are down there. You're wrapped around your rod tip there. Are both down in the Narrows drifting scuds. Looks like they both said the bite was good. All right, I'm doing it. I'm tired of talking about it. Putting on a heavier jig.
Yeah, that'd be good.
No more wasting time. There you go. There's one for you if you want it. Also going to turn the camera and I'm going to fish out towards the deeper side now. The rods we're using today are, well, mine's a custom one, but Dale's got the TFO trout panfish, lightweight 6.6. And they both have the 3-pound Suffix nano braid with a 2-pound leader, and I don't know what brand the 2-pound leader is because I just grabbed whatever was in Phil's office and tied it on. Okay. If you need me to help you with that, I can. That 2-pound line can be tricky. Okay. Got it? All right. Now with this one, because it's a little heavier than I'd like for it to be, you'll want to work it a little bit faster once you get it down to the bottom. So I'd count 5 or 6 seconds and then start your retrieve. Oh, there's a fish. As soon as I switch sizes of jig, look at that.
Nice.
I knew I had a feeling. They like it moving a little quicker today, apparently. We're good. You keep trying to catch a fish, well, we double up. I can take care of this little guy.
That'd be nice to pull one double.
Come on. Really? He's got some spunk. There we go. I know you guys can't see it on camera, but I did wet my hands before I grabbed this fish. Ooh. There we go. Do what?
Good job.
Oh, thanks. Blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. So if you're ever jigging and you notice that your line is pulling upstream like that, you see that? How it's going upstream? That means you're going too slow. It means your jig's getting caught on the bottom and getting drug. So if you see that happening, speed up the time in between your motion.
Okay.
Ideally, when I throw a jig out there, I want it to come back on the same line that I casted it on. The only time that varies is if I'm slowing the boat down and I'm swinging the jig behind the boat, then it's different. But I believe that's Carolyn over there from River Run Outfitters. Doing her thing and putting people on fish.
Oh, I seen that ribbon pull. It had a cover on it. Lady that tied the white tape.
She owns the fly shop there. Her and her husband do. There's that nice upstream wind you were talking about.
I know. That was a bad one.
Oh, I missed that one. Jig it. And jig it. That's about how fast you need to go. Yep, see? It works. It's all about the technique, presentation. All right, just hold him right there on the edge of the water. There we go. There he is. Yep, all you needed to do is speed up just a little bit. That was the whole trick.
You got. I'm gonna catch more fish tomorrow. Just like agreeing with you.
Oh, 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 he chased it all the way to the boat. Didn't get it though. See? This is the spot with the barking dog.
I know. That same couple right there in the red boat, they were fishing this morning.
Yeah, they were out here this morning too.
Definitely likes to be heard.
Oh my gosh. There we go. Oh, missed that one. Yeah, with a little bit of that breeze, the sun's not too bad.
Supposed to get down here about a month ago, but it was like 100 degrees.
Don't remind me. Trust me, I remember.
I'm not going there. Go night fishing.
That's the right thing to do when it's 100 degrees during the day.
See all the big fishes. Very good.
Well, they're just like any other big animal. Big bucks usually don't feed during the day unless they're confused because it's mating season, you know. And big trout are kind of the same way. They do a lot more eating at night. They still eat during the day, but just not as much. All right, so down here we're getting ready to go through the narrows. It's gonna get shallower. So you only need to let it sink for like 3 or 4 seconds max, and then, you know, a somewhat quick retrieve. Or else you'll drag the bottom. It's starting about at this log right here that's poking out of the water. About where the narrow starts. I want to throw a couple of shots over the gravel bar. Yeah, oh. I had him on there for a second. If I turned my hat around the right way, it sure would block that sun. Dale, I'm gonna let the boat spin around. I don't have much control. Oh gosh. I can't believe the camera's been pointing like that the whole time. Forgot to turn it back. Well, you guys had a nice view of the lake there for about 10 minutes.
I just had one fall on my
If you cast on this side, it's like a constant pop and retrieve. See how shallow it is? I'm gonna go back to the deep side though. There's one. There's one in the narrows.
one that was just following my line. I know it was.
Well, you didn't take him, so somebody had to do it. Just a small twitch of the wrist. Oh golly, did you see the size of that fish that just jumped over there? That was huge. I'm going in after that fish. We're gonna see if we can get him to bite. Oh, there's one. I might miss my opportunity. Yeah, there's a big fish. You see that log right there that's making a riffle in the water? Right in front of us? Look right there. You see it? You see that, Dale? That log that's right there making a riffle on the water? Cast right behind it. Because I'm not going to get the opportunity to. Still fighting this fish. There was a big boy that just jumped right there. Come on, come in. Yeah.
Not the big one, but it's a little
Hey, he found one in there though. We doubled up. Look at that. Here. Pull him back up there. There we go. The double. Oops. All right. We're going to go right to the middle of Eagle Island. We're going to call it a day. Last one bent my hook. Yeah, I was hoping you were going to catch it too, but he was right over there, right behind that log. He might have been trying to eat the little fish you caught, for all I know.
now sign here, you take it.
Oh, I had one chasing me. Well, I think I'm going to call it right there. Not a bad little jig fishing session. But we thank you guys for watching. Thank Dale for joining us and showing us what some fish look like.
Thank you for having me.
And
Appreciate you.
yeah, no problem. And we'll be back again tomorrow.